This Rush County broadcast is brought to you by Miller Trucking, hauling home for a victory, supporting every student in Rush County. Farmers Bank and Trust, celebrating over 105 years of service to you, the customer. Rush County Insurance, working to do what is right for you and your family with personalized service and high-quality care. Nakoma State Bank, committed to serving the communities where we live, work, and play. The Nakoma State Bank. Mr. P's Truckin', Chad and Lori Folkerts, proudly sponsoring all of Rush County activities. Locust Grove Village, quality care and professional service at the crossroads where care begins. Agency One, taking time to listen to your needs, always providing personal one-on-one help to find the perfect insurance for you, the customer. OK Oil Service, nobody supports the area kids like Harry. Give it 100%. Bison State Bank, we pride ourselves on delivering superior customer service to help you with your financial needs, both large and small. And by Lindy Global Helium and Lindy LLC, a global leader proud to call Rush County home. Go Cougars and Leopards. This Rush County broadcast is brought to you by Miller Trucking, hauling home for a victory, supporting every student in Rush County. Farmers Bank and Trust, celebrating over 105 years of service to you, the customer. Rush County Insurance, working to do what is right for you and your family with personalized service and high-quality care. Nakoma State Bank, committed to serving the communities where we live, work, and play. The Nakoma State Bank. Mr. P's Truckin', Chad and Lori Folkerts, proudly sponsoring all of Rush County activities. Locust Grove Village, quality care and professional service at the crossroads where care begins. Agency One, taking time to listen to your needs, always providing personal one-on-one help to find the perfect insurance for you, the customer. OK Oil Service, nobody supports the area kids like Harry. Give it 100%. Bison State Bank, we pride ourselves on delivering superior customer service to help you with your financial needs, both large and small. And by Lindy Global Helium and Lindy LLC, a global leader proud to call Rush County home. Go Cougars and Leopards. This Rush County broadcast is brought to you by Miller Trucking, hauling home for a victory, supporting every student in Rush County. Farmers Bank and Trust, celebrating over 105 years of service to you, the customer. Rush County Insurance, working to do what is right for you and your family with personalized service and high-quality care. Nakoma State Bank, committed to serving the communities where we live, work, and play. The Nakoma State Bank. Mr. P's Truckin', Chad and Lori Folkerts, proudly sponsoring all of Rush County activities. Locust Grove Village, quality care and professional service at the crossroads where care begins. Agency One, taking time to listen to your needs, always providing personal one-on-one help to find the perfect insurance for you, the customer. OK Oil Service, nobody supports the area kids like Harry. Give it 100%. Bison State Bank, we pride ourselves on delivering superior customer service to help you with your financial needs, both large and small. And by Lindy Global Helium and Lindy LLC, a global leader proud to call Rush County home. Go Cougars and Leopards. This Rush County broadcast is brought to you by Miller Trucking, hauling home for a victory, supporting every student in Rush County. Farmers Bank and Trust, celebrating over 105 years of service to you, the customer. Rush County Insurance, working to do what is right for you and your family with personalized service and high-quality care. Nakoma State Bank, committed to serving the communities where we live, work, and play. The Nakoma State Bank. Mr. P's Truckin', Chad and Lori Folkerts, proudly sponsoring all of Rush County activities. Locust Grove Village, quality care and professional service at the crossroads where care begins. Agency One, taking time to listen to your needs, always providing personal one-on-one help to find the perfect insurance for you, the customer. OK Oil Service, nobody supports the area kids like Harry. Give it 100%. Bison State Bank, we pride ourselves on delivering superior customer service to help you with your financial needs, both large and small. And by Lindy Global Helium and Lindy LLC, a global leader proud to call Rush County home. Go Cougars and Leopards!
And welcome into Ness City, week number 5 of the high school football season. Has it the Eagles taking on the Kinsley Coyotes, and we are underway with a kickoff from the west to the east from Ness City, and it will be kicked out of bounds. So our first play of the ball game will be a penalty as we welcome you in here to Ness City. The Kinsley Coyotes will receive, as we'll get a penalty taken by the Ness City Eagles, and I think Kinsley will make them re-kick. So Jonathan Sargent along with C.D. DeSalvos, we will welcome you in here in week number 5 of the high school football season. Ness City coming in at 3-1 on the season, while the Kinsley Coyotes are 0-4. So once again, we'll do it all over again as Humberto Soto, the talented tailback and defensive player on the linebacker position for the Kinsley Coyotes, will be back to receive this kick as we get ready to get this one underway. It'll be Casey Snyder, the 160-pound senior, to kick it off after the 5-yard penalty on the Eagles. So now we're underway. This is a much better kick taken by Soto at about his own 16. A fake handoff actually does give it on the end around. Here is a return on the right side as they give it off, and a fumble on the play as I think Kinsley may have lost the football, and they do. They hand it off on an end around to Tyler Gerhardt, the sophomore, and he loses the football, and it's returned, or recovered rather, by Alex Rodriguez, the freshman. So Kinsley with a fumble recovered by Ness City on the very first play of the ball game, and so Ness City's offense will have it at a 1st and 10 deep inside Kinsley territory.
I was just about to say Kinsley cannot afford to get off to a slow start here, and already they've given Ness City 20 yards of the end zone to start the game.
So after the first turnover of the ball game for Kinsley, it'll be Ness City with Chacon. Brennan will run a right side. He's got some space to the 10, trying to angle his way to the goal line, and he will score on the very first play of the ball game as Brennan Chacon scores touchdown number 12 of the season. They pitch it to him off the right side and let him run off that right guard. And so a fumble by the Kinsley Coyotes on special teams will come back to haunt them on the very first play of the ball game. Brennan Chacon scores his 12th rushing touchdown of the season.
We'll pitch out to the right side. He got some great blocking ahead of him, and Chacon just finding a hole, finding the outside, and gets to the front corner of the end zone there on the far side.
A lineup and go for 2 out of the I formation. It's the option, and it's the big fullback, Devin Brown. Now, probably not a lot of bigger fullbacks in an 8-man. It's 6'4", 192 pounds. The big senior plunges his way in for the 2-point conversion, and it is a 8-0 lead for the Ness City Eagles. 15 seconds into our ball game, and if you're Kinsley, got to find a way to answer quickly.
Yeah, and you got to take care of the ball on this kickoff. You got to make sure your offense gets out there on the field. You're putting your defense in a bad spot by fumbling that kickoff. I don't really disagree with what they tried there on the opening kickoff. They tried to hand it off on the end around and try and get some electricity on a play to the outside, and a little bit of trickery maybe, but it didn't work out for them. They fumble the ball and then give up a touchdown the first play of the game. So Kinsley better find where they're at right here very quickly.
And that's a play that you see quite often on the end around as the team trying to get the wall set up, trying to run that return, and it just doesn't work out, unfortunately, on the handoff and the end around from the Kinsley Coyotes. Kinsley, by the way, in their road white uniforms, so the red pants, got the red helmet with the white face mask as well. So we'll take a look at our uniforms of each team already. Ness City, of course, in their all blue uniforms. So an 8-0 lead for the Ness City Eagles, as we'll have it teed up with Schneider to kick it off. Here's a little squib kick, be taken on the run by one of the up-back. That's Tyler Ferguson, the big fella, able to return it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. So Tyler Ferguson, the big 219-pound senior, comes up with a decent return, and Kinsley will have it at their own 36-yard line.
So pretty good field position here for the Coyotes. We'll see what they can do. About half a field to work with. First time on offense today.
Kinsley will line up in the shotgun with their quarterback, Kellen Herman, in that shotgun. Soto behind him. They'll give it to Humberto Soto, one of the all-district selections at running back a year ago, trying to plunge his way off of the left guard, and is able to move the pile ahead for about 3 yards before he's tackled by Logan Schlegel and company, part of that Ness City defense. So it's 2nd down and 7.
Well, the heart and soul of the team goes through Humberto Soto, and he is a big back at 190 pounds, the senior, and he can break some tackles. He's a strong runner and their best offensive threat.
Wide receiver Villa will line up here to the right side. 2 split to the left side on 2nd down and 7. Play action. Herrera looking to throw, trying to go down the field. He's got a man, and he's open for a touchdown. Alex Villa, the senior, answers right back with a touchdown reception. And just like that, on a 41-yard pitch and catch from Kellen Herrera to Alex Villa, the former quarterback, hauls it in for a touchdown. It is 8-6 in favor of Ness City.
Was the big play on 2nd and 7. The quarterback Herman drops back and finds the ex-quarterback Alex Villa streaking down the near side of the field, and he burns the corner. Great pass, and boy, how about that, some electricity there from Kinsley's offense.
2 wide receivers will line up to the right side or left side of the formation, 1 to the right. Here's Herrera, late pitch on the option. Soto makes the catch and will dive in. And a good answer for this Kinsley Coyote team. So we are tied at 8 with 10:55 to go in our first quarter as they get the 2-point conversion. And you like the answer from the Kinsley Coyotes as they get the 2-point conversion to tie this thing up at 8 apiece after 1 play for the Ness City Eagles. A couple of plays put together for the Kinsley Coyotes, and they answer right back.
Yeah, that was huge. Great offensive possession there from the Coyotes, who we didn't really see out here warming up before the game. You kind of wonder if that's why they gave up that touchdown early, but offensively not missing a beat, taking a big shot down the field, and that's kind of what you need to do to stay in these games. And Coach Burkhart talked about how this team doesn't know how to win games yet. Well, first you got to be in games to be in a position to win them, and that's where Kinsley just put themselves. They tied this thing up at 8, and they'll try this again on defense.
Well, it's definitely a team that has put up some good numbers this year. They scored 34 in a loss to St. John, 22 in a loss to Maxville. Also had 12 points in a loss to Ellenwood in week number 1. Of course, losing 76-0 to Central Plains a week ago, but already tied up here at 8 apiece as we'll await the kickoff from Gleason as he's got it teed up and will kick it. Ness City with Casey Schneider, who took it away from Peyton Fellholter, and then he ran into his own man but stays on his feet as he's across midfield to the 30. He's off to the races, and Casey Schneider is going to take it back for a kickoff return for a touchdown, his 2nd this year, as he got a huge block and was able to take it off, or take it to the races, off to the races here and take it in for the touchdown. It looked like him and Fellholter weren't on the same page, but it will be a return for a touchdown, and it was 14-8 in favor of Ness City.
Boy, that was a big play there for Ness City, and their senior, one of their captains, Casey Snyder, just lowered his shoulder on one of those Kinsley kick coverage guys and just ran him over and then found a hole into the end zone.
And again, they go with the big fullback, Devin Brown, for the 2-point conversion. And so the offense for Ness City has ran 1 play, and they have 1 kickoff return for a touchdown as well, as they lead by that 8-point deficit now. It's 16-8 already with a lot of offense so far in this ball game. And we get the kickoff return for a touchdown as well, as it is 16-8 here in favor of the Ness City Eagles.
Boy, a lot of offense here in the first minute and a half of play. 3 touchdowns. And like you said, Ness City's only ran 1 play, and that's going to help out their offense, not be on the field that much. Of course, they're playing some defense as well, but Kinsley's got to figure something out here in the tackling game. They've struggled here so far in this ball game, and it's going to be tough for them to try and win a shootout against Ness City.
Schneider on the kickoff return goes for 65 yards, puts his team up by that 1 touchdown lead. Now at 16-8 with 10:42 to go here in our opening quarter of football. So he said we had a lot of touchdowns scored. It's been a high-scoring affair already. Our game brought to you in part by BTI, John Deere, Swift Services, GNL Healthmart Pharmacy, American Family Insurance, and DE Bondra Grain Company. So Schneider, who just had the kickoff return for a touchdown, will kick it off himself. Alberto Soto standing inside his own 5-yard line, waits on the kick from Schneider as he kicks it from our right to the left. Soto on a short hop, kind of bobbles it a little bit, will pick it up just outside the 10. Makes 1-man miss, and then will be brought down across the 15-yard line. As Soto brings it across the 15 to about the 16-yard line as the kicker Schneider made the tackle. It's first down and 10 here for the Coyotes. Kinsley will have it first down and 10 from their own 18-yard line on their second offensive possession of the ball game. First possession went for 2 plays, and they got on the board on a touchdown pass from Herman to their wide receiver, Alex Villa. Now 2 wide receivers split to the right. Here is the option for Herman. He'll run it left and fumble the football. Ball in the ground. Ness City was close. I also think Humberto Soto was there, and it will be Ness City football. So a late pitch recovered on the play as Kelly was over there. Also Peyton Fellholter as well, and the fumble will give it back. And the second fumble of our ball game, as Ness City will have it at their opponent, the Kinsley Coyote 12-yard line on the second fumble lost here for the Coyotes.
Yeah, not a good play there for Kinsley, and again, great field position for Ness City.
They'll set up first down and 10 just outside the 12-yard line. I formation. Faunensteel, the quarterback, gives it to Chacon. Flag on the play. Brennan hurdled a defender and is close to a first down as he gets it inside the 5 all the way down to the 4-yard line. This one may be coming back as that was near a hold. Elvis was the one who made the tackle, but I believe they called a block in the back called on the Ness City Eagles. So this one will be moving the Eagles back on what will be their second penalty here of this first quarter.
And already 2 fumbles for Kinsley, so hanging on to the ball has been a problem for them. That'll help them out defensively at that block in the back call. It'll force first and long, and boy, Kinsley really needs a stop here.
So called it a holding penalty, so we'll go down as the hold. It'll force them back to the 20-yard line, so a loss of about 8 on the hold. Here's a handoff. Chacon hit at the line of scrimmage and wrapped up and dropped. Tyler Ferguson, the 219-pound senior defensive lineman, wrapped him up and threw him down. He was an honorable mention all-selection defensive lineman a year ago. Good play by Ferguson up front for the Coyotes.
Yeah, that was a big play. The senior, 219 pounds, coming up, making the stop, and it's usually when you see your seniors and juniors, your upper class leadership, making plays on defense.
Picks it up to about the 19-yard line after a gain of 1 for Chacon. Hard count for Faunensteel. Now John will run the option. Late pitch to the right side. Here's Chacon. Got the corner, lowered his shoulder, and picked up a couple of more yards down to the 15-yard line. That'll go down as a gain of about 3 for Brennan Chacon. So it's some up third down and long. After Alvis made the tackle again, he's been on a couple of plays. The freshman, as now it's third down at about 13.
4 down territory as Angel Guzman comes in for Ness City. We'll see what they run here on third. You got to think this is 4 down territory for the Ness City Eagles.
Guzman will line up as a tight end to the left, tight end to the right is Brown. Now is Fellholter in the backfield. Here's Faunensteel to pass. John will go to the air. Left side diving catch is made by Devin Brown. That's a first down. What a huge catch all the way down to about the 1.5-yard line. That is close to a first down on a diving catch by Devin Brown. Big senior makes his 10th reception of the season.
Well, Devin Brown came across the field from right to left, and Guzman came left to right. They kind of crossed at the goal line, and I think Guzman was wide open on the far right side, but Faunensteel looks left the whole time, and boy, what a catch by Devin Brown. Extends his hands out, and ball sticks right there as he dives for it.
Gain of 13 and a first down. Here's Chacon off the right guard, and he will score from 2 yards out on his second touchdown of the ball game for the Ness City Eagles. Running back Brennan Chacon, now 13 on the season, and that was set up by an unbelievable diving catch made by the fullback / tight end Devin Brown. He makes his 10th reception of the season, so he hauls that one in for a big gain. 22-8 the lead. Now here's the 2-point conversion. Wide open. They've got their man. It's that time everybody sold out on the defense, and that left Peyton Fellholter wide open for the 2-point conversion, and it is 24-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles as they capitalize on a second turnover committed by the Kinsley Coyotes.
Well, so far the Coyotes not making things hard for Ness City. Everything is easy for the Eagles, and that's because they fumbled the opening kickoff, and then the very first play of the game after the fumble, Ness City goes and scores a touchdown, and then big 2-play drive, long touchdown pass, 41 yards to Villa, and Kinsley gets on the board, but then a kickoff return right after that for a touchdown. Another easy play for Ness City. And then Kinsley fumbles it on their first play of the next drive, which leads to the 4-play drive capped off by the 2-yard touchdown by Chacon on this drive. So everything for Ness City has been easy.
As the Eagles have it teed up and ready to go with 9:18 to go in our first quarter. This kickoff, a short one, will be fielded by Herman. So he tries to return it across the 25 up to about the 30-yard line. As Kellen Herman returns it for the Kinsley Coyotes. Real quickly, our starting lineups are brought to you by Crop Production Services of Waukene and Collier. See Lee Sells, Chad's Dinas, or Seth Albers today for all of your seed, plant nutritionals, and crop protection products, giving you another option in the area to help make your farming operation more successful. Crop Production Services of Waukene, proud supporter of all area youth. First down at 10 facing the Kinsley Coyotes. The quarterback, Kellen Herman, the sophomore, will run to the sideline, get the play from head coach Kyle Burkhardt, and then he will call the play in the huddle, and now we're ready to go from the Kinsley Coyote 32-yard line. Out of the shotgun and that spread look. Little play action as Herman looking to throw, trying to go deep again to Villa, and this one is broke up. Good play down the field. That time by Peyton Fellholter as he broke that one up. As that one once again trying to hit it deep, but Herman just underthrew that one a little bit.
Right, and Fellholter covering the corner here on the near side. And he's trying to run a catch up to the receiver, and we always want to tell the corner to get his head turned around, but he was trying to catch up to the receiver. So he did a great job of reading the receiver's eyes, and when he looked up for the ball, Fellholter just stuck his arms up in the air and knocked the ball away.
Two wide receivers here to the near side, one split to the far side for Herman on second down and 10 from their own 32. Kinsley trying to set up a screen, and it's knocked to the ground. Lots of contact over here as Brendan Chacon made a pretty good play on it. They were trying to set up the screen once again to Alex Villa, looking for him once again. It's third down coming up for Kinsley.
Yeah, great play there by Chacon to just get an arm in there and knock the ball away out of the hands of Villa.
Chacon, one of the outside linebackers, but he'll go in coverage here. Also, into the ball game, they don't have a man in coverage. As here's a third down play. Herman going to take off and run. As Kellen Herman picks up the first down. Good play by Herman. He's thrown forward by Kelly, but not before he picks up a first down inside Ness City territory, and that's enough for a Kinsley first down as they'll get it all the way up to the 36-yard line. I started to say Lennon Reinhardt is into the secondary for Ness City for the first time, but a first down here for Kinsley all the way to the Ness City 37.
And that was a good play by Herman. They blitzed Devin Brown, the Ness City Eagles did, but Herman kept his eyes downfield and then took off when he needed to.
Herman with a gain of 11. First down of the ball game for Kinsley. They'll give it to Soto. He runs right up the middle and is hit by Devin Brown from his linebacker position. As Humberto Soto picks up a gain of 5 right up the middle. Brings up second down and 5.
Well, Kinsley, when they've had the ball on offense, they've been able to move it, except for the last drive when they fumbled on their first play. But I mean, we've seen them throw the touchdown on their first drive of the game, and here on their third drive, they're starting to move the ball.
Line up in a pistol look again with Soto, the tailback. They'll give it to him. Humberto trying to run off the right side this time. As Trevor Vandergriff makes the tackle to the 30-yard line on a gain of 3. Leviathan Kelly in there as well to the Ness City 30-yard line, so a gain of about 3.
Coach Burkhardt, again, he talked in the interview about learning how to win games for this team, and one of the first steps in that direction is for third down conversions, getting those first downs on third and fourth down, and those are big downs, especially in this game.
That big third down coming up here in 3. They'll run it with Soto, trying to bounce it on to the left side. Wade, one man miss. He's going to fall forward. Has enough for a first down as Casey Schneider makes the tackle. Now Soto banged up on the play, and that's not a good sign for this Kinsley Coyote team. They've already dealt with a number of issues as they pick up their second first down of the drive, but Soto banged up on the play. They had injury issues. We mentioned the quarterback. Now wide receiver Alex Villa set out last week with a concussion. Also got one of their offensive linemen a week ago, and so now not a good sign here for the Kinsley Coyotes as their best player, Humberto Soto, a little bit banged up on the play. Looks like maybe an ankle.
Well, they've been going low at him because, I mean, it's hard. You can't take him down if you tackle him high. So They have been diving on his legs, not in a dirty way or in an illegal way, but just to get him down. And, boy, yeah, they're looking at a leg. Could be an ankle or knee. And for a running back, that's never good news. And for this team especially, your number one ball carrier, a guy that your offense runs on the backbone of Soto running the football. And if he can't do that, what more can they do? And he's grabbing at the back of his leg, too. I mean, anything with the leg for running back isn't good, but we hope he's okay.
7:25 to go here in our first quarter. Soto will get some help up by Coach Kyle Burkhardt and one of the trainers. Put a lot of weight on that left leg as he gets some help to come to the sideline. So hopefully Soto will be able to get back into this ball game, as he's one of the key players. Mentioned he was an all-district selection a year ago by K-Preps. A very talented player on both sides of the football. Our game brought to you in part by Ness City Hospital, South Fork Meat Processing, and Gable Lease Service. So Coach Kyle Burkhardt, the trainer, hoping Soto to the sidelines as they'll take a look at him, and of course have the certified athletic trainers on the sidelines here, which is always great to have as they take a look.
Yeah.
That's left leg of Humberto Soto.
Especially at these 8-man games, smaller schools, sometimes out in the middle of nowhere in a small town, but to have these trainers here on the sideline, especially for a game like football, is huge.
Got a first down and 10 here from their Ness City 26 as the pass play is intercepted. Note they're going to say Fellholzer did not catch that football. He fell down. And kind of bobbled it, and he's selling it, but Peyton Fellholzer, they say it was incomplete. Not sure where Herman was throwing that one, but nearly intercepted.
And it bounced on the other side. The referee that Fellholzer had his back to was the one that called it down, and he probably thought it hit the ground and bounced up. Obviously, we can't see it either. It could have bounced off his hand and popped up, but the referee just assumed it was the ground, which it probably was, and that's an incomplete pass.
So it sets up a second down and 10 from the 26-yard line inside Ness City territory. Good drive put together here by the Kinsley Coyotes. 2 men in the backfield. They'll give it to Ferguson as Tyler Ferguson will get his first carry of the ball game. So they go to Tyler Ferguson, who got the start up front as a guard. They moved him back to fullback, and he carries it for a gain of about a yard. So it's Soto on the sidelines. They move some guys around, and it's 3rd down and 9 after the gain of 1 for Tyler Ferguson.
Yeah, and who do you go to? Where do you go to get those 5-yard chunks, 4-yard chunks that Soto was getting earlier in this ballgame? Now that's gone for Kinsley. They got to find another way to move the ball.
Some different guys in on the offensive line now, as well as Daniel Fagan in as a guard. Here's a little play action. Herman got away from a man. He'll take it to the right side to the 20, and then will be brought down by Brown, the linebacker, as he was hauled down on the play, pulling down on his jersey, as Herman will get it to the 20-yard line. It sets up a 4th down and about a 4 on the play after the gain of 5 for Kellen Herman, the quarterback.
And they've had some success with Herman getting out of the pocket and scrambling. And that time he moves the ball pretty well there. This is the furthest Kinsley has been in Ness City territory tonight. Big 4th down here for this offense.
Mentioned Daniel Fagan is in as one of those guards up front as they move Ferguson back to a fullback. Here's a pass play. Herman hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Had all sorts of time, but then it ran out of time for him as Robert Wireman, the senior, back in the backfield, able to hit him as Kellen Herman was trying to unload that pass. And so it's incomplete, and a turnover on downs in the ball game. As that will send it back over to the Ness City Eagles as Herman can't complete on the pass. Now 1 for 2 on 3rd down. After that good drive, they come up short and can't convert here on 4th down. With 5:38 to go in our opening quarter, it's 24-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles. Here's Chacon. He's off to the races to the right across midfield. Chacon with a foot race to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Brennan Chacon on his very first carry of the quarter, or rather here of this drive. So he's able to take it to the house and score the touchdown. And so a 60-yard touchdown run for Brennan Chacon. And it is 30-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles. Chacon scores his 3rd rushing touchdown of the ball game.
And same play, right side, pitch it out to him and let him get the edge, and he did that. And a big play, Brendan Chacon does it again.
After the turnover on downs, Chacon, who will come to the sideline here for the two-point conversion, runs for a 60-yard touchdown. It is 30-8 now. Here's the two-point conversion. They go to Brown in the flat, and he catches it. That's the third time he's helped convert on the two-point conversion, and it is 32-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles as Brown hauls it in. Devin Brown, the senior, hauls that one in, and it is 32-8 with 5:29 to go in our first quarter in favor of the Ness City Eagles.
One play, 9 seconds, 60 yards. Get it to the second leading rusher in 8-man. Let him do his thing, and sure enough, the speed and the power to the outside with Brendan Chacon's working out for Ness City, so don't go away from it. Got a nice 32-8 lead here, and boy, things just for Kinsley could not be worse right now. I mean, you're driving down the field, you're in Ness City territory, deepest you've been all game. Things are looking good offensively, and then you lose your star running back in Soto with an injury, and now he just sits over there by himself over there on the bench, and boy, Kinsley's got to find a way to get some offensive production somewhere else.
Humberto Soto injured on the previous Kinsley drive, and I give the Coyotes a lot of credit. That was a big drive, 10-play drive for them before, but unfortunately, and Coach Burkhart talked about it in the pregame show, tackling has been an issue for this team, and they're in the right position, just haven't made the tackle as this kickoff will be fielded by Villa as he'll run it across the 10, now across the 15 before he's knocked down at about the 17-yard line. As that will actually be Jeremiah Alvis on the return in there for Soto, who was injured on the play. So just shy of the 20 up to about the 18-yard line is where the Kinsley Coyotes will take over here on first down with 5:23 to go here in this first quarter.
And maybe Kinsley, you try going down the field vertically again with the passing game. I know they got V on a touchdown the first time. The second time, Felholter got an arm in there to knock it away. So we'll see if they go to it here again, throwing deep to Villa. He's on the far side of the field.
Two wide receivers lined up here to the right, including Ferguson, trying to set up the screen. They'll go over here to Gerhardt, who makes the tackle, but then he's corralled by the shoulder pads by Devin. Special teams touchdown, so he's got a one kickoff return for a touchdown in the game. Now a punt return for a touchdown, and just like that, it is a 38-8 lead with 4:15 to go here in our first quarter for the Ness City Eagles.
Another big play and special teams again. Ness City has done most of their work here on special teams tonight.
55-yard touchdown return for Casey Schneider's second special teams touchdown of the ball game. Now they'll line up here and go for two. Fawnensteel, Chacon. Nope, they actually pitch it late on the option play as Fawnensteel got hit hard, but walking in is Peyton Fellholzer for the two-point conversion. It is 40-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles with 4:15 to go here in our opening quarter. As that time they get the Casey Schneider touchdown return on the punt. That one, again, going for 55 yards with 4:15 to go here in this opening quarter.
There's too much field for Kinsley to try and cover, and boy, Snyder's having a pretty good day already with two returns, and it kind of seemed like he knew he was going to get an opportunity here tonight to bring one back, let alone two of them back. But they're one of their defensive leaders in Snyder has had a pretty good game. The senior in his last campaign here in Ness City, feeling pretty good about himself over here on the near sideline.
4:15 to go here in our opening quarter on a starting to be a little bit of a cooler evening here on week number 5 of the high school football season. The sun went down and now starting to get a little bit cooler. That wind also blowing out of the south. That's Alex Rodriguez. So we'll kick it off this time. It'll be the first time he's got a chance to kick it off for the Ness City Eagles. One of their many kickers for the Eagles. Had a number of guys do the kicking duties in this ball game or in the season. As the returner, Alvis picks it up on a short hop. Jeremiah Alvis across the 20, up to about the 24-yard line. That's where he's corralled over there on the far sideline. Coming up to make the play that time was Mario Luna, the junior. As Alvis will bring him up to the 25-yard line, and that's where the Coyotes will have it. First down at 10, 4:06 to play in our opening quarter. Kinsley Coyotes, after that 10-play drive they had last possession, trying to repeat that here. Still without Humberto Soto, their talented running back. Banged up his last drive as Herman will hand it off. Hit in the backfield as Ferguson broke through one tackle, but he won't get away that time as he's going to be wrapped up and dropped by Levi Crosswhite, the junior. Tackles him back to about the 21-yard line. That'll go down as a loss of 4 for Tyler Ferguson.
Yeah, and it seems like offensively for Kinsley, their positive plays have kind of come to a stop here with Soto being out with a leg injury. And they've just had trouble trying to get anything going. Last possession, they try to set up a screen pass to Villa, and it gets tipped away. That time they're trying to run it with Ferguson, no good.
Here on second down and long, play action. Herman trying to get rid of it, able to complete it to his man Ferguson. Makes the man miss across the 25, dragging defenders across the 30, and will be brought down at about the 31-yard line. As Tyler Ferguson started down on the offensive line, now with the injury, moves back to running back. He's up to the 31. That's a gain of 10. Brings up third down and 5.
And that ball kind of floated in the air as Herman let go of it because he got hit as soon as he tried to pass it off, and it kind of hung in the air. But Ferguson, with the presence of mind to just grab that thing and start running with it. Got it past the 30. Now a third down here for Kinsley. But this is a manageable play, especially for a team that can pass the ball.
3 minutes to play first quarter, 40-8 Ness City with the lead. Here they come on the blitz. Herman got away from a man, and he was looking for Ferguson down the field, but overshot him. Covered pretty well on this right side of the field by Peyton Fellholzer. That one is incomplete, brings up fourth down and about 4.5, call it 5.
Well, I like the play call. You fake the handoff, play action, then Herman rolls over to his right side looking for a receiver, just overthrew him that time here on the near side.
2:58 remaining in our opening quarter. 40-8 the lead for this Ness City Eagle team. Coach Cal Burkhardt with a play on the right side for the Kinsley Coyotes. Quarterback Herman will run in the play. Be interesting to see what they do here on fourth down and about 5. And now they have to take the timeout with time winding down. That'll be the first timeout taken of the half for the Kinsley Coyotes. With 2:53 to go in our opening quarter, it is 40-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles. Our game brought to you in part by Nicole at Shaler Insurance Agency, Offerly National Bank, Edwards County Hospital and Healthcare Center, Farmers Bank and Trust of Kinsley, Cross Insurance Agency, Aaron Cross. Also brought to you by Commander's Lounge at the VFW, the Bank of Lewis, member FDIC. Bringing you this matchup between the Ness City Eagles and the Kinsley Coyotes. So 2:53 to go in our opening quarter. Ness City leading 40-8 over this Kinsley Coyote team. Kinsley facing a big fourth down coming out of this timeout. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Kyle Burkhart will draw up for this Kinsley offense.
One score, end of the first quarter. Logan Palco leads Victoria 16-6 at the end of the first quarter.
Don't forget, we'll have a scoreboard updates as we move along. A couple of them throughout the game here as we keep you up to date on scores from around the area. 2:53 to go in our first quarter. Move a man here to the right side of the formation. Out of the shotgun, Hermit fakes the handoff under pressure, and his pass will be deflected and fall to the ground, incomplete on fourth down. And it sets Ness City up with first down and 10 from the Kinsley 31-yard line. So a turnover on downs for the Kinsley Coyotes. Their second turnover on downs of the ball game. So pass was incomplete, and now it's first down and 10 for the Ness City Eagles. They retake possession of the football, leading 40-8 with 2:46 to go in our first quarter of action. They'll line up in the I formation and give it to Chacon. He's the fullback off the left side on a quick hitter. Brennan Chacon spins for a first down across the 20, inside the 18 to about the 17-yard line. That's where he spun down. And a first down for the Ness City Eagles.
And Ness City right back at it. Haven't had the ball since 5.5 minutes left to go here in the first, so a few minutes ago because of their punt return for a touchdown by Snyder. But here they are back on offense, back to what they do best, and that's running the ball with Chacon.
Gain of 13 and a first down. Chacon right at the 100-yard mark once again. They'll pitch it to him. Brennan trying to run off the right side. Down to the 10 with a stiff arm. Trying to stay along the sidelines, and then gets popped out of bounds inside the 5 as Brennan Chacon was able to get a first down. They'll set him up first down and goal down to the 3 on a gain. That time of about 16 on the play for Chacon.
And now for Ness City, 4 yards to the goal line. And don't expect them to go away from anything that's been working for them. That's the run game. Chacon is the fullback now, with Snyder being the tailback.
Gain of 13, in fact, on the play for Chacon. So back-to-back carries of 13 for Chacon. First down and goal from the 3. Trying to run the read option, and Chacon just took it away from the quarterback and scores. Chacon off the left side just stole that football from his quarterback, John Fonensteel, who tried to keep the option going, but instead Chacon will score from 3 yards out. His fourth rushing touchdown of the ball game. He goes over 115 yards rushing in this game, and it is 46-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles.
And it's almost like Chacon was going to take his quarterback in the end zone with him. His quarterback wanted to pull it out for the option, but Chacon wasn't having it. He wanted the ball.
2:15 to go in this first quarter. Running it left side. Casey Schneider in for the 2-point conversion. So Brennan Chacon scores for his fourth rushing touchdown of the ball game. This one comes from 3 yards out. And the 2-point conversion good from Casey Schneider. He's been in the end zone now 3 times, a couple of special teams touchdowns, and the 2-point conversion. It is 48-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles. Kinsley will get it back here with 2:15 to go in our first quarter of action. Our broadcast brought to you in part this evening by Farm Implements and Supply of Plainville, GNL Health Mart Pharmacy, Keller Leopold Insurance, No Pest of Hayes, and Community Bank of the Midwest. The Kinsley Coyotes still without their star tailback, Humberto Soto, dealing with that leg injury he suffered earlier here in this first quarter. Now offensively, a team that has been dealing with injuries all season long without their quarterback, Alex Villa, who's now been moved to a wide receiver for some time this year. Then also out with playing without an offensive lineman, a defensive lineman as well earlier in this year. So they are no stranger to injuries. As Rodriguez once again has it teed up for Ness City. This will be a short kick, and it will be taken on the bounce this time by Jeremiah Alves, trying to get to the left side. And Alves is going to be wrestled out of bounds up to about the 21-yard line as he's brought down once again by Mario Luna on the play to the left side. Kinsley will have it at their own 21-yard line.
Been a long first quarter for both these teams. A lot of touchdowns and a lot of stoppage here. But if you're Kinsley, you fight till the whistle blows and the game is over. And that's the thing about football. Sometimes you just got to keep plugging away and figure out a way how to get some offensive production, maybe get in the end zone if you're the Coyotes.
Wide receiver lined up here to the near side is Villa along with Tyler Ferguson. They'll look that way on a screen. He's got Villa who makes the catch, and then will be brought down shy of the 24-yard line. So they set up the screen to the right side. They go to Villa, who got a block from Ferguson, and is stopped by Leviathan Kelly. That's a gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Or 6, we'll call it. Second reception of the ball game so far for Villa. Good news, Kellen Herman already with 57 yards through the air. Has completed just 4 of 12 pass attempts in this evening's ball game. Closing in on 1:20 to go, first quarter. 2 wide receivers to each side. Kellen Herman to throw. Herman has his pass deflected, and luckily it falls to the ground in front of Casey Schneider. He's been a ball hawk in this ball game. Already a couple of special teams touchdowns, and luckily for Kinsley, that one fell to the ground at the feet of Schneider, and now it's 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, Herman having a hard time getting that ball over the top of those big defensive linemen for Ness City. He's had a few get knocked down now, and like you said, that one could have been dangerous. Snyder could have been walking in the end zone with that one for his 3rd touchdown of the game.
1:14 to go here in our opening quarter. 48-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles. 2 wide receivers, including Villa, split here to the right. 2 to the left as well. Ferguson out there. Herman on a quarterback draw. He'll keep it himself, and Kellen gets across the 25 to the 26-yard line, but it's not nearly enough for a first down. As he will pick up 2. As it brings up 4th down and about 5 for the Coyotes, but they're hurrying to the line of scrimmage after the short game by their quarterback, trying to go for it quickly, and we got movement all over the place as Kinsley is going to be called for a false start penalty here. They rushed up to the line of scrimmage, trying to go right away, but I don't think everybody was ready, and now one of the down linemen asking the official for explanation, but that 5-yard penalty will move them back to about the 21-yard line.
Now really a long 4th down.
Kinsley 1 of 5 on first down. That's the first penalty of the ball game for the Coyotes. It sets them up 4th down and 9 from their own 21-yard line. We're under 1 minute to play here in this opening quarter. City with 4 rushing touchdowns from Brennan Chacon. A couple of special teams touchdowns from Casey Schneider. They lead 48-8. 4th down and long. Herman looking to throw. He'll sling it deep, and he's got his man in and out of the hands. Had his man down there. He was looking for Tyler Gerhardt, but it's in and out of his hands, and Gerhardt a little bit slow to get up. That was a good ball from Herman, the quarterback. That time, just unable to hook up with his intended receiver, Tyler Gerhardt, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs, the 3rd for the Coyotes, and it's 1st down and 10 from the Kinsley 21 for the Ness City Eagles. Eagles, 26.9 seconds to go in this first quarter. We'll take it and snap it from the 21. They'll run it with Schneider. Casey off to the left side. He's going to fall forward inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line, and that's enough for a first down on a gain of 13 on the play for Casey Schneider. It's enough for a first down for the Ness City Eagles.
Well, coming in this game, Casey Snyder, 12 rushes, 40 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he is that extra ball carrier that Ness City has, but he's more of a defensive guy. Again, here lining up at tailback.
Brown ahead of him in the I formation as a fullback. Faunensteel bobbled the snap, hit the balls on the ground, and there's a fight for it. Looked like the Coyotes and Gerhardt had a chance to get it. Still no signal from the referee as they unstack this pile. I think Gerhardt had a shot at it as Tyler was in the backfield, and it is a Kinsley football. So good play in the backfield. That's just miscommunication between the quarterback and saw John Faunensteel talking to Coach Mark Holes over here on the sideline, and I think he may have been caught off guard by the snaps, and he bobbled the snap a little bit, and that caused that whole thing to be a disaster. And so the first turnover for the Eagles will give it back to the Kinsley Coyotes as they'll take over at their own 10-yard line after the fumble. Still just 0.9 seconds to go now in our first quarter. It's the Coyotes with a flag coming in before the snap. It's a false start penalty called on the Coyotes. Their second penalty of this first quarter. Kinsley, a couple of penalties now for 10 yards. 2 penalties, 13 yards for the Ness City Eagles. Now we'll move Kinsley back to their own 5 on first down and 15. Out of the shotgun. Herman, all sorts of time. He's going to throw it deep, and he's got his man in a good one-handed catch down the middle of the field as they go to Alex Villa, who will make the one-handed reception with a man in Casey Schneider draped all over him. And now Villa looks like he's a little bit banged up on the play, but he catches it down to 30. It's enough for a first down, and that's how we go to the quarter break. 48-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles, but Kinsley with some life as we start the second quarter on 101.9 The Bull.
We get it. You work hard and play hard. Internet should be the last thing slowing you down. Eagle Communications gives you the speed you need so you can play hard and save cash. For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50 so you can work, play, and save. Call us at 877-61-EAGLE today.
The year 1948, we said goodbye to the Babe. Truman upset Dewey, and KAYS AM signs on the air. Flash forward to 2016. This year we said goodbye to Prince. We find out if it will be Hillary or Trump, and KAYS FM signs on the air. 1400 AM KAYS, now also on 94.3 FM. It's Hayes' greatest hits. KAYS, sounding great since 1948.
Starting in the second quarter of action, 48-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles, and Kinsley has it after a huge play. They get a 25-yard pitch and catch from their quarterback, Kellen Herman, to the former quarterback, Alex Villa. His third reception of the ball game sets them up first down and 10 from their own 30 as Herman will send a man in motion. That'll be Gerhardt trying to throw to him in the flat. Instead, he'll throw it over the top for Ferguson, and it's knocked incomplete, trying to go right down the middle of the field, and it's broke up by Peyton Fellholzer. Herman came down to his second and even third read that time, but couldn't hook up with Tyler Ferguson. Good play that time by Fellholzer.
And Herman throws a pretty good deep ball. He's got a nice spiral. It's a good-looking ball. It's always on target. There's only been a few times where he's been a little bit inaccurate today, but for the most part, his passes have looked pretty good. But they had Villa sitting over there right next to Soto on the bench down there. But it looks like Villa's going to try and come back in this game. That's two of your best playmakers on the team.
Wide receiver lined up to the near side, one split to the far side. They'll send a man out of the backfield, go in motion as Kellen Herman looking to throw. He's hit as he throws, and it's knocked to the ground. Good play. Peyton Fellholzer on the right side of the formation met Tyler Ferguson right at the football, and Peyton Fellholzer's made back-to-back good plays as it sets Kinsley up third down on a pass deflected that time on the defense for Ness City.
Yeah, save for the one touchdown early in the game. The 41-yard pass from Herman to Villa for a touchdown. You know, the secondary's played really good for Ness City. They've been really aware. They haven't let anyone really get behind them. Of course, the 41-yard touchdown and then 20-something yard pass a few plays ago right before the half in which Kinsley got a big pass out of that as well. But for the most part, Ness City's secondary has been right on top of things.
Wind continues to pick up out of the south here this evening on a cool night. Here's a pass with a penalty on the play as Herman looking to throw it deep. He overshot his man. Trying to go over the middle for, once again, he was looking for Alex Villa, who is noticeably hobbled out there as he can't put a lot of weight, really struggling to make it down the field on that ankle as the pass is incomplete. One of the wide receivers on the far side moved. It's going to be an illegal shift declined by Ness City, and so it's 4th down facing Kinsley. Kinsley Coyotes facing a 4th down and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Now just 1 of 6 on 3rd down. Herman and company trying to get something going here, trailing 48-8 early in our second quarter. 11:44 to go before halftime. Wide receiver will be lined up here to the near side. That's Jeremiah Alvis, 2 wide receivers split to the far side. Herman on 4th down and 10. Pressured, hit, and he's going to be dropped. A sack for the Ness City defense as got a couple of different guys in there on the play as one of them is Levi Crosswaite, the other one Trevor Vandegrift as he comes up with a sack. Those two each picking up their first sack of the season as that'll go down as a half sack as those two met at the quarterback. The sack will be a loss of 7 on the play, and it is 1st down and 10 for the Ness City Eagles from the Kinsley 23-yard line. So that one will go down as the 4th turnover on downs on the ball game for the Coyotes. They are 0-4 on 4th down. Casey Schneider carrying it off the left side. As he falls forward, close to a 1st down. On 1st down and 10, he ran off that left side. It is enough for a 1st down. He'll pick up 10 down to the 13-yard line as Kellen Herman came up from his defensive back position to make the tackle.
On the 13-yard line.
Casey Schneider carrying it for a 1st down. He's got 23 yards now on 2 carries. 1st down will be the 5th of the first half for Ness City. 11:20 and counting in our second quarter. I'll run it right side with Schneider lowering his head inside the 5. Casey Schneider enough for another, actually that'll be just shy of a 1st down. He'll pick up about 9 on the play as he is brought down on the play by Tyler Gerhardt. It's a gain of about 8, in fact, on the play for Schneider.
And it was timeout on the field. No, timeout Ness City. But real quick, Chacon hasn't been in the game here for a little bit. They handed off to him 30 times last week. He's getting a little bit of a break this week.
Saw Casey Schneider in there on a couple of carries. On this drive, he's got 2 carries for 18 yards. Set him up 2nd down and 1 from the 4-yard line.
Thank you, Mr. Norton, for all you do for us. We greatly
So that one will go down as a gain of about 8 on the play. Our ball game brought to you in part this evening by BTI of Ness City, Ness County Hospital, State Farm Insurance Agent Mo Linden, South Fork Meat Processing, and United Credit Union. A lot of time left here in the second quarter. CD mentioned long first quarter. It took more than 30 minutes. High-scoring affair. Both teams scored on their first possessions of the ball game, but then after that, it's been a good performance for this offense for Ness City. Special teams clicking as well. They've got 2 special teams touchdowns, a punt return, and also a kickoff return. 4-yard line, high formation for the quarterback. Here's the read option. They'll give it to Devin Brown, the fullback who scores off the left guard. Devin Brown able to score on his first rushing touchdown of the ball game. Brown now with just his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season with 10:55 to go in this first half. 54-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles.
Just a simple handoff that time to the fullback, Devin Brown, getting him some love, get him a score, and he gets in the end zone as well.
4-yard touchdown run for Brown will set him up. Here's a fumbled snap. Funnensteel can't hang on to it, and the 2-point conversion will be no good. As quarterback John Funnensteel, a couple of different times, him and Trevor Vandegrift have been not on the same round, and so the 2-point conversion is no good with 10:56 to play in our first half of action. 54-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles. Kinsley Coyotes will get the football back, trailing here 54-8.
Yeah, and 3-play drive there, 23 yards. A little under a minute on that drive by Ness City, but again, they're set up with great field position thanks to the sack on 4th down against Kinsley, and they start with the ball on the 23-yard line.
Our game brought to you in part by Farm Credits of Ness City, JD Pump and Supply, Brady's Pumping Service, HD Oilfield Service of Bazine, and Wild West Well Service. Tyler Gerhardt will stand back at his own 5-yard line. It's Casey Schneider back to kick it off. Schneider will kick it from the east to the west here in the second quarter for the Eagles. Good kick for Schneider, and that will go into the end zone for a touchback. Casey Schneider, a couple of different kickers we've seen in this ball game. That one is a touchback, and now the Coyotes will have it. The ball will come out here to the 15-yard line, and Kinsley will have it at their own 15.
Casey Snyder, the Swiss Army knife for the Ness City Eagles, can step into the running back position, plays great defense, can return kicks, and he's your kicker too.
First down and 10 for the Kinsley Coyotes. 7 at their own 15-yard line. Late substitution into the ball game. As Bryce Herrera, Bryce Herman, the sophomore, comes in at the last minute, then we'll check back out as Kellen turns around, a little broken play. Herman, the quarterback, trying to make something off himself as he runs to the right side, but not a lot of running room. He opened one way, and the fullback, Jeremiah Alvis, went the other way. Some miscommunication on that play, but still a gain of 2 for the quarterback, Herman.
And I wonder if Herman's just dancing around back there trying to find someone open downfield. There are times where he needs to just put his head down and run for the sticks and try and get a first down, because I know he's a good enough athlete to get past the chains, and we've seen him run a little bit here tonight. He's been pretty successful in that, so I think he needs to just put his head down at certain times and take off and run.
Gain of a couple on the play. Sets him up 2nd down and 8 from about the 17-yard line. Herman, play action, looking to throw. It's a late pass, knocked up in the air, and Schneider makes the interception. Casey Schneider tipped it to himself here to the right side, and then was able to haul in the interception as the Ness City Eagles will take over at the Kinsley 16-yard line, as Schneider just knocked it up into the air to himself and hauled it in for the interception. The first interception thrown into the ball game for Herman, and it is the 3rd turnover for the Coyotes as Ness City has it at the 16-yard line. John Fonetstiel, the quarterback, has Schneider in the backfield along with Brown. They'll give it to Schneider. Casey hit right away. Good play shooting in that time was Jeremiah Alvis as he came in. Looked like maybe a run blitz that time and stopped the runner Schneider for a gain of just a yard trying to run off that left side.
Yeah, great defensive play there by Kinsley to step up. I mean, very minimal gain. That might be the toughest yards toughest yard Ness City's gotten all night.
Fonenstiel looks to the sideline. Coach Mark Cole's trying to tell him to slow down a little bit. John Fonenstiel will settle underneath center on the I formation. Fonenstiel gives it for Schneider. Hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Good play again that time by this Kinsley defense, and it's Jeremiah Alvis again. The freshman has shown some good plays in the hole that time. A couple of back-to-back tackles for this defense. It makes a 3rd down and 9.
And if you're Ness City, you have a big lead here, and they know the math. They know that if they get into halftime, this game will be over, and that's huge. They have a big game next week.
Here's a fullback dive off the right guard for Devin Brown. Doesn't get a lot of carries to the big fullback, but he plunges inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line for a gain of 7. On the first carry of the ball game for Devin Brown, sets him up 4th down at about 3.
And again, Ness City probably be 4-1 after this game, but on the road at Spearville next week, that's going to be a huge game for this Eagles team.
Setting up here on 4th down and 4. They'll pitch it for Schneider. Casey left side. He's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown for this Ness City Eagle team. 60-8 with 8:34 to go in this first half as Casey Schneider scores his 3rd touchdown of the ball game. And so it is 60-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles with 8:34 to play here in our first half as Casey Schneider scores once again, this on a touchdown from 8 yards out. In the ball game in the backfield is Angel Guzman. Lines up as the fullback in the I formation. Snyder the tailback. Vonensteel, little fake. He bobbled it. Now lost the football. Good pressure in the backfield from Tyler Gerhardt. I think they were trying to set up a little play action pass. But Vonensteel bobbled it. Got in the backfield. Was pressured in there as well by Bryce Sexton. That's a 2-point conversion is no good. It's 60-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles.
And again, they haven't not been able to keep Ness City out of the end zone, and it's been tough sledding for this Kinsley team. One score we got for you: Logan Palco 30, Victoria 22, with 2:09 left in the first half of that game.
8:34 to play in our first half, 60-8 in favor of the Ness City Eagles. Our broadcast brought to you in part this evening by Farm Credit of Ness City, also brought to you by D.E. Bonner Grain Company, DNS Machine and Welding, SNS Trailer Sales and Trucking, and Adams Brown Barron and Ball, CPAs of Ness City. Casey Schneider, who scored the touchdown, his third on the ball game, also has a 2-point conversion, has an interception in the game as well. Ready to kick this one off for this Ness City Eagle team. With 8:34 to go in this first half. Kickoff going to be fielded, and it will be returned right near the goal line for Jeremiah Alvis, trying to run off that right side. As he brings it across the 15 up to about the 16-yard line. It's actually Tyler Gerhardt who will return it out to the 16-yard line with 8:27 to go in our first half. The City leading 60-8 following the touchdown. Now the ball will be up to the 16-yard line. The Kinsley Coyotes. That's where they'll take over here on a first down and 10. Ferguson joined in the backfield by the quarterback, Herman. He'll hand it off as Kellen will give it a right side. And a little bit of a gain that time as they're able to get it across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So a gain of close to 5 on the play.
Ferguson has been blocking guys till the whistle, and boy, I think he just shook up one of the Eagles over there on the far side. You can see who it was, but Ferguson was blocking him till the end of the whistle. He got rough with him.
But I actually think it may be Ferguson who's the man down over on the far sideline, because it is a Kinsley Coyote. I think you are right. It is a Ness City Eagle over there on the far sideline. There was a couple of different guys blocking over there as the trainers from the near sideline. Coach Mark Colts going over there as well to take a look at the injured Ness City Eagle with 8:14 to go here in our first half.
And I've been watching Tyler Ferguson, number 49 for Kinsley, and he plays hard. Doesn't matter what the score is, he is constantly going. He's very physical, and he was blocking over there on that far side up until the whistle blew. Nothing dirty, nothing bad, just playing physical football. Is that Chacon?
It is Brennan Chacon who gets to his feet and will come to the near sideline, but Chacon holding his right shoulder, so that will be something to keep an eye on. They had kept him out on offense.
It's hard to tell. I can't tell if he's holding his right arm gingerly or if he's holding his stomach or ribs. Maybe he got popped there too, but we'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, he's been a big part of this offense. Over 100 yards in this ball game, over 100 yards in all but one ball game. That was that Central Plains matchup, but he did rush for 76 yards, close to 76 yards in that matchup with Central Plains. Just couldn't quite get to the 100-yard mark. So he will come here to the near sideline, and the trainers will take a look at him. So keep an eye on Chacon over here to the near sideline as his teammates huddle around him after a gain of 5 on the play for Jeremiah Alvis. There's a high snap. Herman will give it once again to his running back, Alvis. The freshman lowering his shoulder up to the 25. So Jeremiah Alvis with a gain of 4 that time. Back-to-back carries for him and sets him up 3rd down and 1 after he's gained 9 yards on back-to-back 2 carries. Sets him up 3rd down and short. And they waste no time in and out of the huddle on a big 3rd down here from their own 25. Herman will give it off. Alvis plunging ahead. I think he's got enough for a 1st down as he was cut down up front, but Jeremiah Alvis with a good couple of carries as Leviathan Kelly Robert Wireman make the tackle. It's a first down for the Coyotes.
Looks like the right shoulder or arm of Brennan Chacon, and they're working on over here on the sideline. Not a player that Ness City can afford to lose.
Third first down of the first half for the Kinsley Coyotes, with 7 of 15 and counting in our first half. In that pistol formation with Ferguson, the fullback, next to Herman. Now here's Kellen. He's going to be wrapped up and dropped in the backfield. Levi Crosswhite shooting in and making the tackle. It's a loss back to the 20, called the 19-yard line. Goes down as a loss of 6 on the play for the quarterback, Kellen Herman. They were trying to roll him out to the right side. But he comes up with a loss, and he's dropped for 6 yards. It's second down at 16, back to the 19-yard line.
Well, they didn't need that. They had got the first down. Looked like they were starting to move the ball there, and then a sack. Big loss on first down.
The City showing blitz on second down. Again, it's Jeremiah Alvis off the right side. Not a lot of running room. Got a good block from Bryce Sexton up there as Alvis picks up about 4 yards on the play, up to the 23-yard line. Went to Jeremiah Alvis on 4 carries on this drive. So they've got third down at about 13. Have to get it across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. 6-10 and counting in our first half. 60-8 Ness City with the lead. I think this is 4-down territory. Play action. Herman looking to throw. Hit as he throws, and he's got his man as a flag comes in. No signal if he caught it yet, as the referees are going to run in and spot it. That's enough for a first down. Tyler Gerhardt coming back to make the play. That's up to the 39-yard line. The flag's going to be for pass interference, with the referees discussing on the play. It is a reception. They spotted up to the 39.
I feel like he may have been interfered with trying to come back to that ball that was thrown short.
That'll be enough for a first down.
Said the pass was incomplete, though.
I think they declined the penalty.
Okay, right.
They will spot it up to the 39-yard line.
Declined the penalty and took the reception.
Actually spot him at the 38-yard line as that goes down as a first down. Their first completion on fourth down is, again, it's Alvis spinning forward across midfield. Jeremiah Alvis with a good game that time as he rips off nearly 6 into Ness City territory. He's brought down on the play that time by Jeremiah Reed.
Strong run by Alvis, kept the feet moving, kept grinding, and well, boy, one thing about this Kinsley team is down by 52 points here, coming close to halftime. They have not quit. They have been fighting hard throughout this whole ball game.
They've got a second down and about 4 inside Eagle territory with 5:10 to go in this ball game, or here in this first half. Late pitch right side, and Alvis is hit hard and dropped by Casey Schneider. There is a flag on the play, thrown right at about the 36-yard line, but Casey Schneider on the option came shooting through and blew that option play up in a big way as he knocked Alvis to the ground. It's a holding call on second down. I think they'll decline the penalty and take the result of the play, which will be a loss back to the 39 of the Coyotes. That'll be a loss of 4 on the play for the Coyotes. Got a third down and 9. Have to get it back inside Ness City territory, down to about the 32. Herman will hand it off. Jeremiah Alvis makes one man miss. Now he's into the open field. Alvis is going to go all the way for a touchdown as he will score Kinsley's second touchdown of the ball game. Jeremiah Alvis, and he gets a congratulations from Casey Schneider, the Ness City Eagle defensive back, in the 60-14 in favor of the Ness City Eagles.
Yeah, that was a big play. Alvis turning on the burners. Got his team a score. That was a huge play there by the Kinsley Coyotes.
Did a 41 on the touchdown run for Jeremiah Alvis. So the freshman showing a little bit that time as he was able to get into the end zone. Now they'll try and line up for 2. They've got Gerhardt, wide receiver, to the near side. One split to the far. Herman tried to play action, but that's a busted play, and he is going to be dropped in the backfield. Once again, Robert Wireman coming in to make that play. The touchdown will make it 60-14 in favor of the Ness City Eagles with 4:48 to go in our first half. That touchdown for Jeremiah Alvis was from 41 yards out. Alvis now with 59 yards on 7 carries for the Kinsley Coyotes.
And a 8-play drive that was almost 4 minutes long, about 3.5 minutes, 8 plays, 64 yards, and that's just what Kinsley needed. And going forward as the season goes on, there's some things you can look back on this game and be proud of offensively.
4:48 to go in this first half. 60-14 the lead for the Ness City Eagles. Alberto Soto, the talented running back and linebacker for Kinsley, has been injured and out since the first quarter. We also saw Alex Villa knocked down, and he was injured for a little bit. Now the leading rusher and one of the key players for the Ness City Eagles, Brendan Chacon, on the sideline with what we believe is a shoulder injury here. He's the leading rusher, for the Eagles, second leading rusher in all of 8-man, as he's over here to the near sideline. So a couple of key injuries on this ball game so far, as Casey Schneider will take it at his own 4-yard line. Hits and will be brought down across the 20 up to about the 23-yard line. Hit and wrapped up by about 3 different players as he sets up the Eagles with pretty good field position with 4:41 to go here in our first half.
And if you're Ness City, what you want to do here is try and pick up first downs and keep the ball on the ground. Try and keep this clock moving so you can try and get out of here with a victory. But if you're Kinsley, you try to extend this game as much as you possibly can. Try and get a stop here, maybe get a turnover and get the ball back.
The City will come out in the I formation. Fawn and Steele, the quarterback, will give it to the big fullback, Devin Brown, who falls forward to the 29. Gain of 6 on the play for Devin Brown. Hasn't carried it a lot in the season, but has his second carry of this game. Picks it up to the 29 on a gain of 6, so 2 carries, 13 yards for the senior fullback, Devin Brown.
Real quick, another score, 7-0 Cimarron over TMP, 9 minutes till half.
I formation, Brown, the fullback again, falls forward as he's tripped up by Kellen Herman, but not before. Brown's got a first down up to the 36-yard line. A gain of 7 on the play for Devin Brown. Back-to-back big gains for Brown, the fullback. 4:09 to go in our first half. So they'll set the chains and the clock will wind here with the Eagles leading 60-14. I formation. Brown again, the fullback off the right side. He'll be wrapped up on the play as Villa makes the tackle. Falls inside of Kinsley territory to the 39 on a gain of 4 for Devin Brown, the fullback.
Just methodical here, keeping it on the ground, minimal yards, but enough to move the chains.
Get it up to the 39-yard line of the Kinsley Coyotes with 3:35 should say to go in this first half. They go with Brown again off the left side. Really riding the big fullback. That is a gain of 3, brings up third down and about 3. That's that ball just shy of the 32-yard line inside Kinsley territory. Now 27 yards on 5 carries for the fullback Brown. Here's the third down play. They again give it to Brown as he stiff arms a man. Will be brought down inside the 30-yard line as Tyler Gerhardt makes the tackle. Not before Brown will pick up a first down to the 28-yard line, gain of 9 with 3 minutes to go in the first half. That is the 6th first down of the first half for the Ness City Eagles. They're now 2 of 3 on third down conversions with 2:55 and counting in this first half.
Just keep moving those chains. They're marching right down the field.
I formation, bobbled snap. Fawn and Steele, the quarterback, will just take it himself, trying to follow the left guard as he falls forward for a gain of about 2 on the play. That is the first carry of the game for the quarterback, John Fawn and Steele. It's a short gain brought down by the middle of that Kinsley defense with 2.5 to go in this first half. Ball up to about the 26-yard line. Makes it second down and 8. That double tight formation again on second down and a long 8. Faunensteel, the quarterback, just gets the handoff off to his fullback. This time it's Angel Guzman who will carry it for the first time in the ball game. Maybe picks up a yard on the play. First carry of the year for Guzman as well. And now it's 3rd down and 7 after the gain of 1. Ball up to the 26-yard line of Kinsley. 3rd down coming up. They are 2 of 3 on 3rd down. Faunensteel gives it to Schneider. Casey bounces it left side, and there he goes. He's off to the races, and that is a touchdown for the Ness City Eagles. It's the 4th touchdown of the ball game for Casey Schneider. Schneider scores again to make it 66-14 with 1:41 to go in our first half. 66-14 in favor of the Ness City Eagles. Schneider with an 8-yard touchdown run a moment ago, earlier in this first half, and now he scores on a 26-yard touchdown run, and it puts the Ness City Eagles on top, 66-14. Comes with 1:41 to go in our first half. Faunensteel looking to throw, all sorts of pressure in his face, throws it back, and he's got his man. Peyton Fellholzer will make the reception. The 2-point conversion is good, 68-14. Ness City with the lead with 1:41 to go in our first half.
8-play drive, exactly 3 minutes off of the clock, and 57 yards down the field, capped off by a 26-yard touchdown by Casey Schneider, the senior. And the Eagles continue to roll on offense.
3-point conversion, good again. As quarterback Faunensteel able to find Fellholzer for the second time, and so this offense for Ness City played pretty well. CD mentioned they've got a big matchup next week in district play. Could be for the district championship, as the two teams will meet next week, Spearville and Ness City. So that'll be a big matchup next week between these two teams. Got 1:41 to go here in our first half. 68-14 in favor of Ness City. And the Eagles without Brennan Chacon for much of this second quarter. His teammates continue to kind of gather around him whenever the offense isn't on the field, as they continue to tend to him on the near sideline. And a big part of their offense, rush for 100 yards for the 4th time in 5 weeks this year, is this kickoff from Schneider, a low line drive kick that will be fielded by Gerhardt at the 2-yard line. Tyler Gerhardt wrapped up and will be thrown down. Casey Schneider got him back at the 10-yard line as he is wrapped up. Gerhardt for a gain of close to 10 yards on the play. 1:34 to go here in our first half. 68-14, the lead for the Ness City Eagles.
Hey, Kinsley, he went down the field, scored 8 plays, 64-yard drive. Last time you had the ball, we'll see if they can do it again.
Kinsley will have it at their own 10-yard line.
Might be some of the worst field position they've had tonight.
Their quarterback, Kellen Harmon, out of that pistol look. Got a couple of backs, one behind him, one beside him. Now he's looking to throw, hit, and it's intercepted. Levi Crosswhite, the big fella, going to return it for the touchdown. He was in the right place at the right time. They're trying to set up the screen, and Levi Crosswhite will run it in for the touchdown from 6 yards out. And the Ness City Eagles leading 74-14 after the return for a touchdown for Levi Crosswhite. Second interception thrown of the ball game. The quarterback, Kellen Herman, as he was hit. Crosswhite scores on the touchdown return. Now the Eagles trying to go for 2 here.
How many times did the big guy get to get in the end zone and score in high school? Not very often. So Levi Crosswhite, a pick 6 by the defensive lineman of Ness City.
Eagles with 1:28 to go in this first half. On top here by 60, trying to get the 2-point conversion. All sorts of pressure up front. Faunensteel, late decision to throw, and it is intercepted. Good play by Herman in the end zone to intercept that play. I think if you take one thing away from what the Ness City Eagles have done, the pass offense and the pass defense has struggled a little bit.
Yeah, they They have, but it hasn't really mattered much because the rushing game defense has been so good for Ness City.
1:28 to go in our first half. 74-14 favor the Ness City Eagles. It's the Coyotes will get the football back here. Just under a minute and a half to go.
And you kind of wonder, I mean, you didn't think no matter what, Brendan Chacon was probably going to come back into this game. But you wonder if he just can't come back or if they're just holding him out. It's going to be interesting to see next week against Spearville.
Chacon had rushed for 100 yards. In fact, had 116 yards on 8 carries in the ball game, 4 rushing touchdowns, but suffered, believed to be maybe an injured shoulder, collarbone early in this first half as this kick will go into the end zone. And Ness City leading 74-14. Back on the defensive side as the Coyotes will take it over at their own 15-yard line.
Well, they tried to get it through the air on that last drive and threw a pick 6, so we'll see if they continue to try and attack through the air where they've found some success tonight, or if they'll keep it on the ground here with a minute 28 left in the half.
Kellen Herman, the quarterback, showed some good passing ability, but has been under pressure at times. As he lines up again in the pistol. Here comes Ness City on the blitz. It's Villa, who's got some running room. He's going to break into the open field as he's across midfield. It's a foot race to the 30 as he'll try and make one man miss. He does on a spin move, and he'll spin again and score. So Alex Villa, the freshman, with another rushing touchdown as he shows off some slick moves on a couple of spin moves here to the near sideline. And so he will score on the touchdown. So the Kinsley Coyotes showing some life here as they trail 74-20. CD mentioned they not going away. Still trying to play as hard as they can throughout this ball game, and via a couple of long touchdown runs, as that makes it 74-20.
And if you're Ness City, you look back on this game, they gave up some big plays here.
65-yard touchdown run for Jeremiah Alvis. I said it was via that time. It was Alvis who scored on the touchdown. Now here's Ferguson. Alan Ferguson, the fullback, dragging a defender, but Guzman will wrap him up and drag him down as Tyler Ferguson can't score on the 2-point conversion. Though it is Jeremiah Alvis who scores on the long touchdown run, his second of the ball game. Out one for 41 yards, another now for 65 yards with a minute 15 to go in this first half. That's the second rushing touchdown of this second quarter for the Kinsley Coyotes, and Jeremiah Alvis comes with a minute 15 to go in this first half.
Logan Palco up 30-22 at the start of the second half against Victoria. Again, they have the lead. Hayes High trails Valley Center 7-3 at Lewis Field Stadium in Hayes at the half. La Crosse is up 57-0 on Sublette at halftime.
Quick scoreboard updates presented by Crop Production Services of Waukene and Collier. Touchdown number 2 on the ground for Alvis, goes for 65 yards. Their second rushing touchdown of the ball game. So 1:15 to play in our first half. Esparza, for the first time in the ball game, will have it teed up and ready to go as Roberto Esparza puts a good foot into it at about the 10-yard line. That's where Peyton Fellholter will take it, and the C's open right up as he will get across midfield into Kinsley territory at the 39-yard line. Everybody kind of parted ways, and off and running went the return man Peyton Fellholter as Evan Johanning makes the tackle. A freshman up. In fact, they actually do spot him at the 40-yard line, so he didn't quite get into Kinsley territory, but a good return for Fellholter. The City with a minute 8 to go in our ball game. On top here, 74-20. So we're a minute 8 from halftime. But a big lead for the Ness City Eagles. They played well. Thanks in large part to Brendan Chacon, who has 4 touchdowns on the ground in the ball game. Casey Schneider with a big game as well. Here on first down and 10. They have Landon Reinhardt in at quarterback for the first time as he hands off to the first time in the ball game. We see Jeremiah Reed carry it for a yard on the play, maybe about a half yard into Kinsley territory at midfield. So second down and 9 is, we've got 45 seconds of counting here in our first half. Reed again the tailback. Landon Reinhardt the quarterback. He'll hand it off for Reed, hitting the backfield and drops. Good penetration up front that time. Jeremiah Alvis again. They get a good play. It's a loss of a yard. Back to the Ness City 39-yard line. So third down and 9. 25 seconds to go here in the first half. A 74-20 lead in favor of the Ness City Eagles. Leading here by 54. Trying to put this one away at halftime. To the 45-point rule. Two tight ends. Reinhardt gives it off. Reed carries it again. This time Jeremiah Reed spins off a man. He's into the open field. Down to the 10, to the 5. A touchdown. Jeremiah Reed. He'll break for a touchdown with 0.1 seconds to go on the ball game. It is 80-20 in favor of the Ness City Eagles as Jeremiah Reed scores with 0.1 seconds to go. He will score a 41-yard touchdown run. So now they'll have to go for 2 here, or will go for 2. After Jeremiah Reed scored his first touchdown of the ball game, second of the season. And it's 80-20 on what will be our second to last play of the ball game. Reinhardt for Reed off the right side. He scores. It is 82-20 in favor of the Ness City Eagles. Eagles are well on their way here to win number 4 on the season. We'll have one final play.
3 plays, minute 8 for Ness City on that drive, capped off by the 40-yard touchdown run. Jeremiah Reed.
Reed with the touchdown run, his second of the season. Touchdown runs in the ball game for Brennan Chacon. He had 4 of them, 2 of them from Casey Schneider. Also, Casey with a pair of special teams touchdowns. Also got a touchdown from Jeremiah Reed for the Ness City Eagles. We have 0.1 second to play in our game. The Ness City Eagles here on this one concern coming out of this ball game will be the health of their starting tailback, Brennan Chacon. Entering, looked like maybe a shoulder, collarbone on a defensive play as he got mixed up trying to stop the run. Came up banged up as Casey Schneider has it teed up. The Ness City Eagles, there's a little squib kick that will be taken on the bounce, set about the 15-yard line by this time. Once again, the running back is Jeremiah Alvis. He's going to break it for a touchdown. There goes Alvis to the 10-5 touchdown, and Jeremiah Alvis will return the kickoff. He picks it up at the 35-yard line and returns it, make it the 25-yard line. And a return goes for the score to make it 82-26. As time expired on the return, you may have heard the horn sound. And I think that may be the end of it. So we won't go for the lineup for the 2-point conversion. It actually ends up being a 65-yard return to end our ball game, 82-26. The Ness City Eagles move to 4-1 as they come away with the victory. That touchdown again for Alvis, his third of the ball game, and it is a 65-yard touchdown return on the kickoff. So again, a 82-26 victory for the Ness City Eagles. They get 4 rushing touchdowns for Brennan Chacon, a couple of special teams touchdowns, and they come up with their 4th victory of the year. They move to 4-1. The Kinsley Coyotes fall to 0-5. Our final 82-26 as you're listening to our area game of the week.